Hello, everyone. It's that time of day again. This is David Colmer joining you with day 8 of my 3D design 30-day challenge. Today we're looking at something called instancing, and I'm going to head and just copy the example that we saw put in the video on instancing. I really like what they created. It looks like a pier or maybe some wooden planks over some water. So I'm going to start with just making the posts themselves. I like how they weathered them, so I'm really going to work on that first. So I'm trying to undo what I just did. Have it selected. Let's just reset that. Okay, pull this up, downsize that just a bit, and just stamp that. Okay, now the next thing they did is they delete some of the top of that out. I really liked how that looked. Okay, let's rotate that triangle. Getting that. There we go. Really has a lot to do with the view. Stating the obvious here, right? Still haven't made contact. If I come to the other side. Ah, it's not far enough over. There we go. Wow. All right. Let me move that over a little bit here. So it looks like this pier is a little bit weathered, maybe. All right, and a smaller one over here. I think I want to rotate that. Is it even worth it? So the idea here is that we're going to instance something. So we really want it to be kind of unique, right? And look very different from different angles. So it's going to be kind of important that I make this first one look really rough. Um, again, because again, no, there we go. Texture there, not too much. All right. Is it alt or is it's control? It's control that makes it a perfect angle. Perfect. Great. And we'll move that down just a little bit more. Make it a little bit deeper. All right, so that's really giving it kind of a unique look. And now what I'm going to do is on the side, I'm going to use more of the actual modeling tools um, to add some texture to this. So what they did is they had kind of a paint, kind of a line thing going on, I think. I'm going to pause real quick and get that set. I'm struggling here with my tools. All right, so I was having trouble there finding that build-up tool. That was all the way from day 1 or day 2, right? I want to be down here in more of the build-up tool, and I just want to be building this up a little bit and giving it some texture. So I'm going to work on that just a bit and see how much I can build it up before I then smooth it out. So let me pause real quick. All right, so I had the build up tool. I made kind of a grain effect on this wooden pillar. And now after I did that, the add mode, I'm gonna go to the subtract mode and just take some creases out. That pressure might be a little bit too much. So take the strength down just a bit. Yeah, that's better. And just kind of weaken the spaces in between those bumps. This is already kind of giving it kind of a weathered, sort of wooden look that I'm going for here on this pier that I'm then going to build planks and in places to walk. This is the one that I had kind of a little bit too much. Maybe I'll deepen that Soften that guy. That's not good. That's not working for me. Right? It's got to work. We got to work it. Pushing and pulling, as my art teacher always used to say. Dave, we got to push and pull. Push contrast and value. We heard that a lot from Mr. McGuire in high school, right? If you were a student McGuire, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Contrast and value. All right, so that's looking pretty good. I'm not actually watching the video now. I'm kind of going by memory here just a little bit. And then I think I'd like to smooth it out just a little bit. So I do remember where that smooth tool is. That's way too big. So turn down the strength, way down. Maybe the size is a little bit bigger. Let's see what that's doing. It's had a massive sneeze. I'm glad that I was able to pause for that. And you were glad too. All right, so smooth it out just a little bit. I might be doing a little bit more than I need to here, but really want this to have that organic look, right? That feel that this is an organic thing, especially since we're going to instance this, right? This is going to appear in all of the designs. We're going to be seeing every angle of this as it's instanced across the composition. So really want to make sure that we're making some good choices on this original piece, because it's going to be mirrored, in essence, all over. I want to kind of weaken this a little. I don't know if that's a good choice or not. Just seems right. Right? So maybe all that rain and sun would get in there. And then the water would come down over the edge there. I really get this thought process with the Adobe videos. You know, I really like them, but I'm gonna boost myself up here a little bit, make myself feel good about me running my mouth on these videos. Really want to thank you for joining me on this. This has been really good for me. Just having this time set aside every day to learn something has just really improved almost all aspects of my life. It doesn't take a lot of time, but with my kids, I'm a little bit more patient. At work, I seem to be a little bit more focused. So I think this might be something I'm going to keep up. Okay, good. So I think this is looking okay. I could probably build it up a little bit more here. I'm just going to fine tune it a little bit before I move on to the next step. All right, I went in there and I just really wanted to add these grains, kind of a sense where these cut. I wanted to have more of a notch all the way up and down to really give it a feel like, hey, there's a wood grain here, and that's why there was a weakness on top from the weather. But if you kind of put this in the right light and spin it around, I think it looks pretty good for a wooden pier. All right, so it's 7 minutes in, 8 minutes in, and all I've done is build a wooden pier. It's going to be that kind of day, I think. From what I understand, I right click here and I have to hit make link. It's not working. Probably because I don't have it selected, right? They're going to want me to select a layer, and now I can make a link, right? Every time that I copy this now and paste it, we're going to call that an instance. And I'm still not really clear on how this works with layers or with groups. I know that I can make an instance out of a group. It's linked. I still have that. So I'm going to go ahead and just, hey, okay, control copy. Didn't work. Copy and paste. I think I'm using the D in this, right? They said copy and paste in the video, but it's actually you hold D, make an instance. And yeah, I'm seeing that green. So when I hover over this, let me zoom in just a little bit. When I hover over this one, I get a blue outline. Look at that other one, it has that green outline, right? And if I hover over this one, I get the blue outline, and then the other one has the green outline. That's indicating to me that these are now instances, and I can show you what I mean by that by going in here and making a little bit of a change. Let's smooth this out right here. And look, it's doing it on that one as well, right? They're both getting smoothed out. So now I have an instance. I'm going to try and select both of them. Shift? Okay, shift, not control, shift. Yeah, I know how to use the controls on this program. I've been using it for almost a week. Hold the D button. Yep, didn't work. Shift, D, and drag. Nope, no luck. I'm having trouble with that. Did it that time. Yes, I know. Thank you. Got that. Get it. Okay. All right, so these are set there. Let's go ahead and move those over. Oh, no. Boom. We're kind of alternated. Yeah, so now we can already kind of see I'm walking through the water. I have these piers coming up from the water. I'm just going to reopen the file. I still haven't found a good way to kind of get the right perspective. All right, I'm going to pause that, make a few copies of this, and I'll be right back. All right, so I just drag the mouse over. Just wanted to practice with this a little bit. I was able to do it just now. I was like, oh, it was so easy to select all those. I want to show you how easy it was. And then look, it's not easy. Ha. D and drag. Oh, holding D. That did it. All right. Seems like I would have remembered more of the key commands from day to day on this. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing this every day. You think I would know how to just kind of move around the project at this time. I simply don't. Simply don't. I have no reasons, no apologies. It just is what it is. Okay, so at this point, I'm thinking it would be kind of cool to just copy one of these, but then it'll be instanced. So I'll just have to kind of start over to have the sidebar. So I'm going to work on those and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. I have a pillar here that I've created. Maybe it's more of a truss. I'm not really sure. And what I'm doing is just getting that to the same width as this, and then I'm going to move it up. There we go. That's looking good. That's what I want. That's what I want. All right, and then I'll have enough room to put those planks right on top there. I think it should be a little bit smaller because the piers would be bigger. Just trying to think of the logic of this design here. If I was making a walking path through a lagoon, what I would do is I would make the big pillars bigger. All right, so that's not horizontal. All right, so I have it pretty much level with where I want it, and I'm using the green arrow now to kind of pull it out of the way. I probably don't have to do that, but I want to rough this up a little bit. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did earlier, just going in here, and oh, it disappeared. I know why it disappeared because I hadn't made it yet. Oh, aha! So I'm going to hit space bar, and that's going to make it a real thing. Sometimes you get confused, right? You think you have a thing, but you're just looking at the tool. So I'm going to go ahead and rough this up a little bit. I'll be right back. All right, so I have it kind of roughed up. I'm looking at and now smoothing it out just to kind of give it a little bit less of those gouges that I made and give it just that nice organic look. Could use a little bit more of a cut in here. So I'm overthinking this. Again, I think I'm overdoing this simply because there's going to be a repetition of this piece. We're going to make it an instance. So you really want it to have that solid texture because, well, you only get one shot. That's looking good. That looks like a log. Fantastic. Okay, so again, I'm going to select just that one. I'm going to right click, make a link, and then I'm going to duplicate it. So let's get it right where we want it first, maybe like there. Hold D and make another one. Put that one over there. Maybe move that one over here, right? So you can see already how we're doing this, right? I'm building out things. I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to select this one as well. And I'm going to try and do another instance. And it's not going to let me because there's people watching. All right. Hold D and move. Yes. That was cool. That was what I wanted. Always get what you want. Okay. This is what I need. I need instancing. Cool. And I can't view it. I don't know how to do that. So I'm going to save. I'm going to hit open. I'm going to go to my file and open it. Look at that. What a great view. Thanks so much for joining me, everyone. I'm going to do a follow-up video where I add some planks. But for now, I think everyone gets the idea of what instancing is. But I will do another video this evening. We're already at 15 minutes, which is pretty long. And thank you so much for watching. I said walking again. Really into walking. Thanks so much. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at Boolean. And I will learn what Boolean means.